right, we're going to code the dice project. It's day 91. Hashtag day 91 dice. Microbit dice. Remove that. All right, the usual from microbit import star and import random. And then I'm going to make a variable called roll. And I'm going to right away put a random number in it. Random.randint 1, 6. So that's 1 through 6. I'm going to show it. Display.show roll. Okay, and then we're going to do a while true loop. We're going to repeat forever. And I'm going to say while button A dot is pressed is equal to false, meaning while the button is not held down, display show roll. I'm going to keep showing that number. We already, I can see I don't have to display it here, so I'll take that off. All right, so I said part of the spec, I wanted it to show a number on the first run, before you've even pressed the button. So we come into the while loop. Hey, while the button is not being pressed, show the number. Then as soon as they press the button, it leaves that loop. So when we leave that loop, we want to roll a new number. I'm going to put that right here. We're rolling a new number. And then we want to, while button A is pressed, we're going to animate. And so display dot, let's see, I've got it over here. Display show, there we go. Yeah, just couldn't remember the command. Display show, and then we're going to say my images delay 50, I'm going to say. So it's just going to go through all the images. Now you might say, what is this? It doesn't exist yet, but I'm just getting things set. So let's take a minute and also add your name at the top. And when you save, it's important that you save it somewhere where you can find it. And let's call it day 91 dice and your name. Some of you aren't putting your names on the files. It's like writing an English essay and not writing your name on it, or doing your math homework and not writing your name on it. It's problematic, let's just say. Okay, so this is almost the whole program. What's missing is I asked you to do 5 custom images and animate through them, 5 or more. So I'd recommend copying this thing out of my PDF or go to the images page from our earlier lesson, the first day, getting started. And we're going to define some images here. I'm going to call it image A, image B, image C, that kind of thing. And what I'm going to do is have a dot bounce back and forth across the screen. So A, copy this, I'm pasting it, and we have a new one called B. And on B, I want it to be, I want the little light to be one further along. Hey, and by the way, you have to do something different. You can't do what I'm doing here. So you do something different. You do you, I'm gonna do me. I'm just having a dot bounce back and forth. A, B, C. I think I need D and E. So E, go E. I wonder if ID is a bad thing. No, it's probably fine. And on this one, the dot's going to be there. And on this one, the dot's going to be on the far right. So then we have to make a list variable all the way back here. And mine is called my images. My images equals a list. A list has square brackets. I'm going to go IA, IB, IC, ID, IE, ID, IC, IB. I'm going to go all the way to the right and then all the way back. And I'm going to save again. I'm going to flash. Make sure this works. Yeah, it's working great. I mean, you can't see it, but when I'm pressing the button, when the dice are being rolled, the dot's going back and forth, nice and fast. And yeah, it'd be nice if there was a way to show this to you, but I don't have a way to show it to you right now. Anyway, it's working. And again, I'd like to reiterate, you need to do a different custom image than this dot on this row going back and forth. You can go up and down, you could go diagonal. You can do more than 5 images. Notice I did 5 images and then reused 3 of them. So I'm using 8 in my animation. Notice this number is 50. We want it to be responsive when you're rolling. So don't go big. I said don't go bigger than 100. 50 seems wonderful, but if you wanted it to go a little slower, you could go 75 or 100. I look forward to seeing what you do. All right, that's that.